Gears.
Man.
You know, the deal is, on this show, one of our mottos is, if the people of St. Louis are talking about it, we have to be talking about it too. And there's no doubt that the biggest local headline today is the fact that in about an hour and a half, former county executive Steve Stenger is expected to plead guilty to charges relating to a pay-for-play scheme. Nobody better in the business to talk to us about this morning than News 4 Investigates Lauren Traeger. She's with us this morning. She's been following this since day one and before. Lauren, we've been reporting, Lauren knows this too, that again, about an hour and a half from now, he's expected to plead guilty to these charges. What we haven't really talked much about is what happens in the next moment. Does he go home and await sentencing? Do the cuffs go on in that moment? What happens?
Yeah, that's certainly a great question and one we're going to be watching very carefully. Now, what I've been told is that what happens is he will enter a guilty plea and they will obviously discuss possibly some of the charges, some of the evidence, but then there will be a sentencing hearing at a later date. So we do not expect that he will receive a sentence today. And I was told yesterday that that means he can again be released on his own recognizance. As we know, on Monday, it was Monday rather, when these charges were announced, he did come in, as you can see in this video here, into court, had his first appearance, and then he was released on what is called his own recognizance. He doesn't have to post any kind of bond or anything. He's allowed to go free, essentially. And we do expect that that will happen again later this morning, that he'll be able to walk out of court and then have that sentencing hearing at a later date. I was told maybe about possibly 2.5 months away from now. Could be sooner, could be later than that. That's certainly something we'll find out today.
Lauren, amongst all the people that I've spoken to over the week about this, the big question is, will he go to prison? If so, how long? I know the 3 charges each carry 20 years. What's the reality, though, that you're hearing?
Yeah, that's certainly a very big question. And again, another one we're going to be watching very, very carefully. As you mentioned, the maximum sentence here is 60 years in prison. That's certainly a lot, a very, very severe sentence. He could also receive supervised probation. But a lot of legal experts have been talking about this. I've been talking with them as well. They do expect that given the fact that he was a public official, that these charges are very, very serious, he very likely will be looking at some prison time. Now, whether or not that will be the max sentence, not likely. Because what's going to happen here is the judge is going to kind of consider a number of things. She's going to look at the severity of the crime. She's going to look at his past criminal history, which of course we know there is no past criminal history in this case. She's also going to look at whether or not he's taken responsibility. And we know today that he's going to be pleading guilty to these charges. That's taking responsibility. On Monday, he resigned his public office. He also surrendered his law license. So those could be signals to the judge that he is willing and able to say, you know what, I take responsibility, I own up to this, and kind of throw himself at the mercy of the court and ask for a lighter sentence.
It's been interesting to watch play out all week, and the first time we heard about it was when that lady announced all of it right here on Great Day on Monday.
Great Day, yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Lauren. Much more to come. Coverage all day here on Channel 4.
And remarkable how quickly it's unfolded.
Right?
More details to come, obviously. Yeah.
Oh, boy.